Hello, another beautiful day outside. This is George McDonald, and I'm bringing back politically incorrect jokes. I'm going to make fun of everybody, so follow me. If you like to bring back, you're tired of offended people not being able to say anything. So we're going to make fun of somebody a little different today, and I'll let you figure out who it is when you hear the joke. Well, there was this old gold miner, went up into the Pacific Northwest, and found him a little spot to stake out, and he started mining for gold. Well, after about 2-3 months, he'd saved him up a little bit of gold dust from his panning and stuff, and he makes the trek to town, which is a good little piece. He gets there and he goes down to the saloon. He bellies up to the bar and he says, "Bartender, let me get a cold beer." So bartender gets him a cold beer. He drinks it and he calls the bartender back down. He says, "Let me get another beer." And he said, "By the way," he says, "it's been a while since I've been with a woman, you know what I mean?" He says, "Are there any women in this town that I could go visit, purchase, rent, whatever you want to call it?" The bartender looked at him and says, "No, this city's kind of new. We don't have any women up here yet. There's supposed to be some coming. Somebody's shipping some in, but right now, no women." And he kind of walked off, but he turned around and he said, he said, "I got this old Chinaman back in the kitchen. Says for $20 you can have him from behind." He said, No, I don't play that shit." So he finishes his beer and he goes on back mining. A couple of more months, 2-3 months go by, and he comes back down to town. He's then made him a good little bit of gold. He's learned a lot in his time, and he's got him a few nuggets. And he says, "Bartender, let me get a bottle of whiskey." The bartender brings him a bottle of whiskey, pours him a shot, and sits it there. And he says, "Bartender," he says, "now it's been 2-3 more months." He says, "I really need a woman. I've been up here a long time." He says, "Please tell me there's a woman around here somewhere I can be with. I got plenty of gold I can pay." He said, "Well, sir," he says, "I'm sorry, but there's no women up here yet." He says, I don't know, haven't heard anything about when, but I know they're coming." He said, "But hey, the offer still stands. For $20 you can have that Chinaman back in the restaurant. You can have him in from behind." Old miner said, No, I told you I don't play that shit." So he goes on, finishes his bottle of whiskey, gets him a good drunk, and goes back up into the mountains to get some more gold. And he's there 3, 4, 5, 6 months this time. Decides to take a break, come back to town, and he brings this big old bag of gold. He's got a lot of gold now. He's got it going on. So he goes into the bar, he sips up to the bar, and he said, "Drinks on the house. I'm buying for everybody." He says, "Bring me a bottle of whiskey and a beer, bartender." So the bartender brings him a bottle of whiskey and beer and giving everybody free drinks. And he said, "Well, mister," he said, "like you're doing pretty good." He said, "Yeah, I hit a good bit of gold." He says, I'm doing fine." He said, "And now," he says, "I don't care what the cost is. I need a woman. Any price, I'll pay it. I just need a woman." The guy said, "I'm sorry," he said, "but we still don't have any women in this town." He said, "But I'll continue to give you the offer here. You can have my Chinaman in the back in the restaurant, in the kitchen, from behind for $20. He says, "No, I told you I don't play that shit." So I said, "Okay." Well, he goes on. Man, he's drinking, partying with all the guys around him, drinking, gets about drunk. He calls that bartender back over. He says, "Hey, bartender," he says, "just saying I was to have that Chinaman from behind you have back there in the kitchen." He said, "Who all would know about it?" Bartender looked at him and says, "Well, me, of course, and you, and my two kitchen assistants back there that assist in all the cooking stuff." He said, "Okay." He says, "You, me, but why do those two guys working in the kitchen have to have to know about it? I mean, can't you send him away? He said, hell, they got to hold that Chinaman down. He don't play that shit neither. Well, if you figured it out, we're making fun of Chinaman on this one. But have a good one. Until next time, keep laughing.